What's up, my Fina loves? It's Miss Fina D, and you're watching Fina TV No Filter. I've been watching Love Island UK, but I've had no time to sit down and edit my review of these episodes, and I apologize for that. So I will be posting about the show, but I'm a little behind, so hang in there with me. But Catherine from Love Island UK this season did a Q&A recently, and this is what she said when she was asked about a reunion with Scott.
Obviously, I am getting a lot of these questions, but yes, of course there will be a reunion. Like, a catch-up is needed.
I jumped right into the video because I figure out if you are clicking, then you are aware of Catherine and Scott from Love Island UK history and story. But for those of you who have no clue but clicked to support the channel anyways, I will explain their history at the end. For those of you who know the story, let's continue. Now, Whitney, who is currently still in the villa, her sister was on live with Catherine a few nights ago. And here's a segment from that live.
Bad. Yeah, Scott's sister, she loves you, Catherine. And you was his... I said I spoke with Scott's sister and you was actually his first time.
Oh, I need to speak to her. I think when I came out, I was literally like, I was like, oh, like, where's these people, like Scott's family socials and stuff like that. Like, I actually didn't want to really reach out.
I'll send you her sister Steph.
Send me her details.
Yes, I will.
Yes,
so they were saying you're literally his type, and prior to him going to the villa, it was you and Ella he wanted to get to know, but very much you. That's what Steph, his big sister, said.
Yeah. No, we spoke about it. Like, we spoke about it. I wish like a lot of stuff did get shown.
I could imagine it's bad.
So she wants a reunion with Scott. She would love to meet Scott's family. But Scott left the villa. This was his first post.
Hey everyone, just want to say what a ride it's been, what a journey it's been. Thank you all for your support. I hope you've enjoyed watching me on your screens this summer, and I'll see you all soon.
Let's get into Scott's press release. How does it feel to be leaving Love Island? I knew it was my time, and I've had a great run. I've met so many great people, and I've learned so much about myself. You and Catherine were initially coupled up. Did you see that going somewhere? I didn't think I told Catherine enough before Casa Amor about how I was feeling. At the same time, I stayed loyal when I had the opportunity to go elsewhere. It wasn't as if I went into Casa Amor and no one liked me. I spoke to Gabby a bit, but chose to stay loyal to Catherine. She didn't do the same, but hopefully it works out for her. Once the situation is put to bed, for me, it's done, and there's no going back. All of the people leaving comments excited for Catherine and Scott union, saying it's done and there's no going back. Were you surprised Catherine recoupled at Casa Amor? Many thoughts were going through my mind. At the time, I didn't know what I'll be surprised at and what I wanted. In the back of my mind, I wanted to try and prep myself for it, and then it obviously happened. I got over the situation pretty quick, so I wasn't down about it. He talked about getting to know Abby, but nothing to see here, okay? So let's move on to his next question. Were there any other girls you wish you had gotten to know during your time in the villa? I think when I first came in, it was between Catherine and Leah, but I don't think I went about the Leah situation the way I should have. I think she held a grudge against me for the rest of her time in the villa. Maybe I could have gotten to know Leah a bit more than I did. Who were you closest with during your time in the villa? He said the boys, especially Zach. What is your favorite Love Island memory? Walking into the villa for the first time, it was so surreal. The first day getting to talk to every single girl, and not one of them saying they were closed off and they all seemed interested. And my mom and sister coming in to see me. Which couple do you think are the strongest and will go all the way to the end? He responded, Tyreek and Ella. I think they've been on the biggest journey. The public put them together on day one. And I think Ty has struggled with his emotions for so long. And for him to say, I love you and come to terms with everything for this one girl is the best. Have you enjoyed the experience? Have you learned anything about yourself? I've enjoyed the experience thoroughly. I don't regret anything I've done. In hindsight, maybe I should have gotten to know Gabby better at Casa Amor, but I stayed honest with myself and enjoyed every moment of it. I've learned that I put situations to bed really quickly, and I'm comfortable with seeing things that affected me a day ago and moving on from them quickly. He said, and that is also going to help him on the outside as well. I feel like I've stood up for what I thought was right in there. Even though she's no longer in the villa and, she's home and all of that. Just a quick rundown for the people who are not up to date on Love Island UK, the new season. There's this beautiful girl named Catherine. She was coupled up with a guy named Scott. Okay, she then left the villa, went to Casa Amor, and coupled up with this guy right here, Elom, somebody else. Okay, came back in the villa, just didn't have the best attitude towards Scott. Even though Scott waited for her and did not move on to somebody else, yes, he had some chats and conversations and flirting here and there, but Catherine was the person that he wanted. And so at the end of it all, he did not have anyone standing or sitting next to him, but she brought back somebody else. Well, long story short, based on her responses, attitude, and producers not showing her apologizing to Scott, all of those things in the behavior of Catherine and some of the other girls on the show led the public to get upset, and she and Elom were sent home, okay? And she received a lot of backlash about that, okay? You can see in these images, everyone was shocked, including Catherine and Elom. The entire villa was shocked because they couldn't believe that she was voted off. You had tweets like, Catherine, I want you to know that you made us do this. Scott was nothing but genuine with you, and you disrespected him every chance you got. Learn something from this. Catherine was very dismissive towards Scott. She was rude, and the public did not like that. Some of the girls joined her on her bandwagon. They were rude and disrespectful to him as well. I also believe that even though the decision was hers, she also allowed people to influence her decision in going with a different guy and not staying with Scott. And I understand they were not exclusive and all of that. But anyways, long story short, like I said, she's out now and she's been able to read the comments and see the backlash. So she did say that there's a lot of things that the viewers did not get to see, and that she did apologize to Scott, that they are on good terms. They ended on good terms. Unfortunately, the public did not get to see that. Now you have some people believing everything that she's saying, and you still have some people saying, oh, it's just PR. People are too hard on her, so she's trying to, be nice and be positive and change her tone because she doesn't want to get the backlash from the public. Regardless, it was a show. She made her decision, based on what some of her friends were saying and what she thought her friends were saying that she wasn't. I don't think she 100% followed her heart, because now that they're on the outside, of course, they just came out not too long ago, so they have interviews and everything. But based on their interviews and the way how they're answering certain questions, I don't think they're really together like that. This is what Catherine had to say when she was asked about her relationship to Elom.
So it's actually so crazy how busy you get and life just gets in the way. You're spending time meeting friends and family, doing catch-ups. So we actually haven't seen that much of each other. And also we've just been back over a week as well. So it's it has been hard.
And then after that, they did an interview together. And when he was asked, if he and Catherine were together, the way how he answered the question, he did say Catherine, but then he also said his job. But it's the way how he answered the question. It had people thinking that he didn't care for Catherine and he just went in the villa to get publicity. I'm also going to play his video explaining himself.
Yes, my people, I hope everyone's well. I hope today brings you nothing but greatness. I just wanted to address a few comments that was made in the podcast on Friday. I said I wanted to focus on myself, but if you listen carefully, I said I want to focus on myself and Catherine. I want to focus on myself and at the same time focus on Catherine as well. Reasons why I didn't say yes to getting into a relationship right about now is because Catherine and I are just trying to solve things privately and just get to know each other privately, because being in the limelight is actually difficult. Going on Love Island, I genuinely wanted to find a connection, and it happened to be Catherine. So right now, a lot of things are happening in our lives right about now, and Catherine can agree with that as well. So we're just trying to just solve things that privately, get to know each other again, be in present time, and actually develop this relationship that we have with each other. With the bombshell comment, I just wanted to just tell Catherine what was on my mind. I wasn't intending on jumping boats. Like, with all of this as well, I'm just getting to grips with everything. Just have patience with me. I'm getting there.
So gorgeous and sorry, Elom, that was not the empire. He's not the king. He's not the king for your castle. Said it says I can. Kai, you are so gorgeous and sorry, Elom, that was not the empire. He's not the king. He's not the king for your castle.
Well, there you have it. Now, Scott said no as far as a romantic connection and reconciliation. That doesn't mean they can't be friends. That doesn't mean they can't have a reunion as just friends to catch up and have a conversation. So regardless of the choices that they make, I do wish the both of them the best. I'm wishing all of you well and take care. My loves, thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.